Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Well,
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
The Diddy case is turning into the ultimate Ringling Brothers meets Bad Boy Entertainment circus. Reports suggest that behind bars, Diddy is causing a stir, with inmates allegedly fighting over who gets to make his bed, while Diddy himself is saying, "Smile, Daddy, this is how you smile." But the real drama is unfolding outside the jail as the prosecution and Diddy's legal team clash in a heated legal battle. Last week, the prosecution made waves by accusing Diddy of using 8 different inmates' phone accounts to bypass monitoring on his calls. On top of that, they claim he's been using unauthorized texting apps and 3-way calls to communicate with witnesses and individuals not on his approved call list. The government also revealed they conducted a pre-planned sweep of Diddy's cell, during which they reportedly seized handwritten notes. However, Diddy's legal team is hitting, and if anything tragic happens to Diddy or Shiro, they are not accountable. Back, stating that those notes contain attorney-client privileged information. They argue the prosecution violated his rights, sparking an emergency evidentiary hearing scheduled for today at 3 p.m. The judge will decide if the government crossed the line and whether the evidence can be used. Meanwhile, another bombshell has dropped. Attorney Tony Busby, who previously claimed to represent over 200 alleged victims against Diddy, is now facing a lawsuit himself. A high-profile Los Angeles-based celebrity, choosing to remain anonymous, has accused Busby of extortion. The celebrity alleges that Busby demanded a payout in exchange for not linking them to Diddy as a potential sexual abuser. With so many layers to this case, it's becoming a puzzle that even Humpty Dumpty couldn't piece together. As the chaos continues to build, Diddy's attorneys have even requested that his shackles be removed, apparently so he can keep dancing. We're diving deeper into this whirlwind story, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. There's more to uncover, and you won't want to miss a single update. Stay tuned! Diddy's attorneys wrote a letter last night requesting that the U.S. Marshal Service unshackle Diddy prior to bringing him into the courtroom, not only for the evidentiary hearing, that is. Scheduled today at 3. Diddy's legal team is now requesting that his shackles be removed, not just for the upcoming evidentiary hearing, but for all future court appearances. They argue that the restraints could unfairly prejudice the jury, undermine Diddy's dignity, and hinder his ability to communicate effectively with his counsel during proceedings. However, in my opinion, they have much bigger issues to address than whether Diddy is wearing chains on his feet. After all, he's reportedly running the jail like it's Bad Boy Entertainment, allegedly paying inmates to use their phone accounts, texting whoever he wants, including witnesses, and even orchestrating 3-way phone calls through his attorneys. As Diddy himself might say, the show must go on. Unfortunately she's negative for the second time. Diddy Judge Aaron Sovromanian did agree with his attorneys, and they decided to let the shackles go. Now Diddy's attorney state that there was a search and seizure in violation of Diddy's 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendment rights, and because of that there was an emergency evidentiary hearing that is scheduled for today at 3. Now the government claims that a recent sweep at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, allegedly planned long before Diddy's arrest, had no specific target, including Diddy himself. An investigator from the Bureau of Prisons participated in the week-long operation, speaking with Diddy and other inmates to uncover any potential corruption. During the sweep, Diddy's cell was searched, revealing a closed manila folder labeled "Legal" and a notebook titled "Things to Do."
The prosecutor filed their response at 5 o'clock, and I read it at 5, and I will tell you that it was not what I expected. It basically conceded that they did invade the attorney-client privilege. So they're now hoisted between a rock and a hard place, basically arguing he shouldn't get out of on bail because he can prepare for trial and...
While the government asserts no physical materials were seized, the investigator took photos of the notebook, which they claim references communication with witness to Keena Harper of Dirty Money. The government alleges that Diddy paid Keena after she posted a statement, a claim based on what they describe as notes to self. This has escalated tensions as Diddy's legal team was not informed about the seizure or that 19 pages of notes were turned over to.
Tony Busby responded by saying this: "I've been sued in Los Angeles in a last-ditch attempt to stop me from revealing names in public lawsuits. It won't work." Irony. The suit against me was filed by a powerful John Doe. Here is my full statement. We won't allow the powerful and their high-dollar lawyers to intimidate or silence sexual assault survivors. It has been reported that a lawsuit has been filed against my firm claiming extortion. The lawyers that filed it also immediately called TMZ in an apparent effort to silence those who allege sexual assault. Here is the deal. The case against my firm is not only without legal merit, it is laughable. Here is why. On behalf of two clients who allege sexual assault, we sent a standard demand letter to a New York lawyer that we know represents an alleged perpetrator and potential defendant. The letters were sent seeking a confidential mediation in lieu of filing a lawsuit. No amount of money was noted in the demand letters. No threats were made. The demand letters sent are no different than the other routinely sent by lawyers across the country in all types of cases. It is obvious that the frivolous lawsuits filed against my firm is an aggressive attempt to intimidate or silence me and ultimately my clients. That effort is